In this lesson, we're going to talk about the guitar in general and how to hold it for those of you who've never played guitar and are just getting started. All right? In general, all we're going to do is take the instrument and we're going to place this portion of it right here, which we call the waist. We're going to place this right on our right leg, sort of what it's all about. And we're going to throw our right arm over the top and let our hand kind of come to rest right in front of the sound hole area here. Okay? Now, it's very important that we sit upright and not lean back, because if we lean back, the guitar is liable to do one of these, okay? And I'm mostly talking to you kids out there, and you know what I'm saying. When you lean back, it's just not going to be a good thing. So kind of sit upright, okay? Sit yourself in a chair where your legs can be positioned so that your thigh, I guess, is parallel to the floor. So when you sit, it won't go sliding off this way. All right? Now, the next thing is, and I see this happen a lot of time, and it's a natural thing to happen, people like to tilt the guitar back so they can see over the top and see exactly where to put the fingertips, okay? And that's a very cool idea, excepting that it puts your left hand in a really bad spot. So what we're going to try and do is keep the guitar a little more upright, leaning back maybe just a little bit, okay? Your right arm's over the top, so it's going to keep your guitar securely in place, hopefully with any luck. And just kind of glance over the top a little bit like this to get your foothold on where your fingers go. Let's do that rather than tilt the guitar way back like that. That's not a good idea. All right. As I mentioned before, with regard to the right hand, rather than playing up here on the neck area, which people tend to do, I guess the arm wants to slip down like that into the waist of the guitar on the upper side, we try to keep the arm a little further back so that the hand just kind of naturally falls over the sound hole like this. It's really the best place to be in the beginning. You get a better sound quality. Closer to the neck and you get a warmer sound. Closer to the bridge and you get kind of a bright sound, okay? Okay, that having been said, let's talk about some of the guitar's parts, okay, for those of you who don't know anything about guitar at all. The guitar obviously has a very large body, okay, acoustic guitars, some are smaller and some are larger, but it has a body, okay. It also has a neck and what's called a headstock. This whole area is called a headstock where the tuning pegs are, okay. Now, that's just a few of the parts. We also have a saddle area and a bridge that sits on top of that. This whole area is called the saddle, and this area right here where the strings come over the top is called a bridge, okay? And these are little end pins here. I'm not going to get into that. All right. Now let's talk about the tuning pegs for just a minute. The tuning peg has a post that the string winds around, and that's so we can tune the string up and down in pitch to adjust the sound of the string so we can get the whole instrument in tune with itself. I'm going to lower the pitch of my first string. Now in the beginning I see everyone is really shy about turning these pegs, like, oh my god, if I turn this thing, bad things will happen. Well, don't be shy, because it can always be put back in tune by a professional. You can have it way wacky out of tune and one of us could get it back in tune relatively easily. So don't be shy. Okay, you're going to have to piddle around with it to find out which way makes the pitch go down and which way makes the pitch go up. It's always going to be the same thing every time. You just have to get used to which way to turn the peg. So I'm going to tune that string up back to where it needs to be. After a while, you're going to get to know the pitches, and you will be able to tune by ear, even though you think that's impossible now. Okay, other things, let's see. Cha-cha-cha. Very importantly, okay, and then we'll finish up with this, is the strings, okay? We have 6 of them, starting with the thinnest string. It's called the first string. Then the second string is the next largest. The third string is larger than that. 4, 5, and 6. In the beginning, it's kind of hard to remember which is which. I say, since 6 is the biggest number, it's also the biggest string. If you can remember that, it might help you out, okay? So first string is thinnest, 6th string is biggest, okay? Now, last thing is, on our left hand, our fingers, we have numbers for them in guitar speak. Our index finger is number 1, our middle finger is number 2, ring finger is number 3, and pinky is number 4. And this is just the way it's going to be all throughout your guitar playing life. So there's a brief rundown of the guitar, its parts, and how we hold it. Okay, I hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, sorry. And we'll see you soon. Move on to the next section where I do some specific videoing of the left hand and how it should look, and the right hand and how it operates. See you later.